Hi and welcome to Bonita's Kitchen, and thank you for joining us. I'm excited to bring to you today this delicious batch of coconut dreams. If you're looking for just a simple little dessert to have or something to have with a cup of tea if you're expecting company, this is it. Very easy, simple ingredients, and is made very quick and less than 20 to 30 minutes baking. So if this interests you, stick around and let's get started.
Bonita's Kitchen. To yours.
So what we got here is 2 large eggs we're going to start with, and a cup of unsweetened coconut. And you can have any cut. I just got a finely grated one there, and I'm going to pop these eggs in to my bowl, and then I'm just going to lightly whisk them around for a couple of minutes. So just lightly whisk it around. It's going to have to be fancy, and of course it's not going to get fluffy because we're using both the yolk and the white. And I got 3/4 of a cup of white sugar. You could use brown sugar, organic sugar, you could use a low sweetener, whatever you enjoy cooking with, or I guess dietary reasons. And just toss that in there and whisk that around. I don't know if you ever had these coconut dreams before. I just cut them in squares. Sometimes I cut them a little bit bigger, but they are absolutely delicious. We love coconut, so any reason to use coconut.
Yeah, you get that right.
Oh my gosh, isn't that ever true? 2 tablespoonfuls of all-purpose flour. I'm using a white flour. And 1.5 teaspoonfuls of baking powder. So whisk that through. So that's all you need to do there. Now I'm going to take out my whisk, and I'm going to fold in the coconut, because the coconut now don't really need to be whisked in there. I'll just toss it in. So that's 1 cup of coconut. So just fold that into this lovely little mixture there. So now this is what we would call the top part of the dessert. Now what we're going to do is do the base, which would be a nice crust that we will put this over the top. So I'll show you that. So we got 1/2 cup of melted butter or margarine. And what you can do is just toss it in the microwave for about 30 seconds, and that's all you need to do, just to melt it down. We're going to be putting in there 2 tablespoonfuls of sugar, and that'll be sugar of choice, and then 2 cups of sifted flour. So pretty much I sifted the flour in advance, so we're just going to mix this around, and it's not necessarily going to be a wet crust. It's just going to be a nice base, and then we'll flatten it down into an 8x8 pan, and I'm going to put a sheet of parchment paper on that pan as well, and that's going to be there for us to pull it out of the pan. So that's pretty much all you need to do there. So I'm using here a square pan, 8x8, 9x9. I got a little bit of butter in the bottom. I got the edges cut on here just to sort of fit down into the pan and fold over. But if you don't want to use parchment paper, you could just grease it, oil it with some butter or some pan, and that'll do fine. So put all of your crumbles in the bottom. And what you're pretty much going to do here now is just flatten this down with the back of your hand, like this, to make a base. That's all you need to do there. So that's all you need to do there. So just flatten. This is that nice coconut mixture. Just toss this now over the top. Now you can see where I'm going with this now, eh? Just even looking at this, not even cooked, makes you want
Yeah.
makes you want some.
Feels like you almost should have a spoon, like, you know, and just... Yeah.
Raymond, you're going to have Jerry Allen just laughing at you because you have her in kinks talking about how you want to clean out those bowls.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, my. And Jerry Allen, she is cooking with neighbours. So if you're ever on there, just search for her. She makes a lot of delicious recipes as well. Now just look at this here.
I'm going to have to, one of those times, on a message and just see if she needs a food taster.
I think,
You know,
I
on
think
my
she's,
days off. Like,
on
you
your
know,
days
yeah.
off? Oh yeah. I think she would love that, but her husband is a pretty good taste tester. And her son. Now this is it, just look, this is as good as it gets. And now I'm going to tell you how long you need to bake it for. So what we need to do now is preheat our oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. And we're going to pop this in there for anywhere from 20 to 30 minutes. And it could be even a little bit more depending on your oven. Just until it's a nice golden brown. And then I'm going to show you what it looks like when it's baked. Our coconut dreams are baked. Now let's have a little look in a little bit closer. Now just look at this delicious coconut dreams. You know what? You can cut them in squares, you can cut them in triangles, you can cut them in hearts. It doesn't matter what you want to do. Any way you cut them, you're going to love them. But now what we need to do is let them come to room temperature before we do cut them. So I'm going to let that go. But before we do, I'm going to pull this out of the pan. And that's why I put the parchment paper in there, so you're easily to pull it out and let it cool on the rack. So I just took the parchment paper down from the sides, as you can see here how nice it looks. And it's a little cooler, but not a lot. Raymond kind of said, it's got to, it's going to crumble.
Words, yeah.
He said it's going to crumble when you eat it, so don't you worry about it. So anyway, so rather than have you wait forever, or me wait, try to show you, I'm going to cut some, sprinkle a little bit of confectionery sugar over the top, just for a little garnish, just like that.
And I promise what I'll do is I'll eat the crumbled ones.
You'd eat the... You know you would, Raymond. You know you would.
See, if I ever starts a show called Raymond's Cooking Show, I'm going to call him Crumble.
Crumble cookies. I was going to take it up and show you, but I think what I'm going to do is just cut a couple here now and show you. Just look.
Oh, yeah.
Just look at the inside there, and this is still hot, of course. Raymond don't want to wait. And now I'm going to have a little taste, and I know Raymond is. So, and as you can see, they will crack a little if they're hot, but it
so
doesn't.
you're more or less saying if you leave them in the fridge a little bit longer.
Not in the fridge, on the countertop.
On the countertop.
Yeah, and
right.
and it may crack a little anyway because that's sort of like an egg mixture.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter. It's still tasty, and I don't think your guest is going to mind.
No,
so let's have a little taste of this now.
Okie dokie.
Oh my gosh. You know what? I can't wait for you to make these. These are awesome. Like you said, whether you're expecting guests or not, it doesn't matter. They're just simple and only a few simple ingredients. Really, the most expensive ingredient in there is probably the coconut. And I don't think anyone minds having too much coconut. I'm going to have a little taste. The crust, so delicious. And the taste of the coconut blend and a little dusting of that confectionery sugar. I know it's all over my face, Raymond, and you're not going to tell me anyway.
No, I'm just leaving you alone because I'm
that's what you do.
enjoying this part.
Yeah. I'm so excited for you to make these today. Like I said, simple ingredients, not a whole lot that you got to worry about. I'm going to leave the recipe in under this video as well. You can send me a message at bonitakitchen@gmail.com. Visit us on our Facebook page where we post up and coming videos, live stream, viewers, slide pictures that we put up there, and on our website www.bonitaskitchen.com. I'm just waiting to finish this because it is so tasty. Okay, I'll just put it down. We want to thank each and every one of you for stopping by here today. We know your time is precious and we thank you for stopping by. On behalf of myself, Raymond, and our team, and from our kitchen to yours, you have a wonderful day. And 2 thumbs up by myself. And I know Raymond's going to love some.
Yeah, for sure. 2, maybe 3.
Join us by the sea, a journey in culinary, always an open door. Bonita's Kitchen to yours. Bonita's Kitchen to yours.
And don't forget to join us again on Bonita's Kitchen.